What's up, savages? Glad y'all could make it. Let's get after it. What is up, everybody? Thanks for stopping in and checking out the RandomCoin Mining Show by SavageMine. I do this every night, every weeknight at around 9:30 or at 9:30, right before BrandonCoin. He starts his live stream at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the US here. Mine starts at 9:30, and basically what we do is I have a, what's up, Shuby? I have a list of, now it's down to 139 GPU-mineable coins that we basically, I go through and we use the Google random number generator to generate a number 2 through 140, I think, at this point. And whatever we land on, we try to mine it within that particular 30-minute time frame. So, but what I do is I actually pre-record that part where I'm randomizing or randomly picking the coin, because you know you've got 100 plus coins, and you can land on one that you could actually do a whole show on 20 minutes or whatever, and then you end up not being able to mine it because it's not supported, it doesn't have a pool, it doesn't have a wallet, whatever the case may be, because some of those coins are going to end up being that way. So I pre-record that part. Now so I'm going to play that in a moment. I'm going to have to watch it with you, basically. So I'll turn the webcams off because I want to talk about some things. Sometimes I let it play and I kind of yap about different things, you know, as it's playing. But I want to watch it this time with you because there are some things I wanted to point out in there. And I don't know if you followed me on Twitter, you would have found out that, you know, I basically give you a hint as to what the coin is going to be, the random coin, with the colors of the thumbnail in YouTube. So you can see, you know, the colors here on the screen. So I'm curious as to what y'all think the coin might actually be based on those colors, right? I was kind of happy to actually finally land on something like this. This one is one of those ones that I was kind of interested in, and I've seen it before. It shows up on What to Mine, or it did show up on What to Mine from time to time. So it's a pretty popular coin. It's got a pretty decent, you know, backing and all that stuff. A lot of people talk about it. There's been a lot of, you know, much larger YouTubers that have done videos on it. So I thought it was kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and start the video now, since no one's going to, you know, chime in and tell me what they think this coin actually is. So let me start the random video. I'm going to turn the webcams off so I can watch it with you. Turn this off, and then I'm going to play the video. Now sometimes it crashes during the video. Just hold tight. I'll reboot and get back up and running as soon as possible. But right here I'm just showing you that it's 2 through 139, or I'm sorry, 2 through 140. We landed on 117, which was SnowGem. Whoa, all right, cool. I thought that was neat. I like this. I like that, you know, knowing one, or I like landing on one that at some point during my mining effort here, I have like taken notice of this particular coin. So it is a Equihash 1445 algorithm coin. It is on CoinMarketCap. I believe it's like 3 or 3.5 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Last night we mined Race, which was a Lyra 2 Rev 2 algorithm. But what I just had to throw that in there. But what I'm showing you here is, like, look, on What to Mine, it's no longer, you can't find it. It's not a coin that shows up in the list, you know, whenever you're searching for, like, even if you're using NVIDIA GPUs, it doesn't show up. So hurry up and in the chat tell me why that is, or why you think that is. Like, if you click on coins, it's not in there. So let me know in the chat what you think the problem is, why it's not showing up. And you got to keep in mind that it is and I'm probably giving it away here, but it's an Equihash 1445 algorithm. Anyway, all right, so Right here, I'm just documenting all the information. I'm pulling, you know, the Bitcoin Talk thread. The items here on this list, the spreadsheet here that are kind of grayed out over there on the left, you can kind of tell those are not necessarily required, but they're just good information to have while you're going through the steps of mining a coin, right? So SnowGem is a cryptocurrency. Go figure. It's a crypto plus masternode, so it does have a masternodes feature, and it looks like you have to have 10,000 XSG coins to start a masternode. And it is, hey, what's up, Crypto Cruising? Man, we're kicking it today. And it is, it uses ZK snarks, which is kind of cool because it goes sort of like Zcash. You know, it has some privacy features built into it, which is kind of nice, you know, for most cryptocurrencies. But as I've stated before, I believe that the whole privacy thing, the privacy coins like XMR and you know, Monero and those types of coins are going to have a harder path to adoption, only because the government is not going to like it. The government is not going to go for, hey, you know, you have completely private transactions. You know, the sender is private, the receiver is private, and I know that is the main feature of crypto, but I'm just stating, you know, what I believe to be a fact is that it's going to hamper adoption on the privacy coin side of things. They do have a nice website. I like their website. It's pretty cool. They talk about, you know, SnowGem and stuff like that on there. They give a lot of really good information on here. And down here at the bottom, you can see that there were, you know, some other YouTubers that actually provided videos on SnowGem as well a long time ago, actually earlier in the year. This coin started in December of 2017, 22 December, so it's almost a year old, which is kind of cool. And right here I'm just highlighting the fact that the wallet shows, the web wallet anyway, like many of them, it was showing that you know, to not mine to it, right? To not mine to a web wallet, which, you know, there were some that don't say that. Like the RandomCoin one, it might say it, but I've mined to the RandomCoin web wallet for many months and didn't have a problem. So right here, I'm just grabbing the wallet. I think I do run it through VirusTotal, if I'm not mistaken. But I did find out something here. This is version 1.0.4. And it was linked off of their website. Well, after, let's see, I'm actually looking at the wrong screen here. I'm probably getting ahead of myself here. So the wallet is 1.0.4. I'll start looking at the right screen. Whenever I launched it, it wouldn't sync. It would never come up, you know, fully to where I could grab like a receiving address or anything like that. It just would not sync at all, and it was like it was hung up. So today, now all this was recorded last night, but today I went in and tried it again and found out that they updated the wallet. Now it's 1.0.4a. All right, and that one synced up and started up right away, and I was able to grab a receiving address, which, you know, you'll see here in a moment that this video actually ends without me getting actual receiving address. I don't know where exactly I left off, but I'm gathering all this information from their Bitcoin Talk thread, and here I think I'm going to choose a pool that I never choose the top pool because, you know, you want to support some decentralization and the ability to hit blocks and things like that. So you don't typically, as a small miner, you don't really want to hit the largest pool, right? So I think I picked one further down, like maybe had like 20% or something like that of the total hash rate. Zhash, I think. Yeah, that was the name of it. I'm pretty sure that that's the one I used. We'll look at the document once this is over to see what I actually chose. But I think this is it. You know, I had to go to US, of course, and grab that pool address. And you can see right there that I kind of skipped over the wallet thing. because I wasn't sure. Another thing that happens is whenever I launch an executable like a wallet, it'll crash the OBS, you know, the recorder. So I was going to save it till the end and then do a whole nother video and stuff like that, which I did. I did record it, but like I said, it just never synced. So I'm not even going to show you that part. And right here, I'm just checking out what miners we're going to use. In this case, I think we're going to use GMINER because it seems to be a little faster according to Not Your Normal Miner. Wes over there, he did a test with GMINER and EWBF, I believe, and he came up with the fact that apparently, now this was obviously mining on a certain pool, Aeon pool, I believe. He said that the GMINER, or found out that the GMINER was a little bit faster, so so we're probably going to use that one for this particular evolution here. So I gathered all this information off the pool and off of their Bitcoin Talk thread or their website or whatever. I want to say that this is probably where the video ends. I think I just paused it right here. Not a big deal. I'll go ahead and turn on my cams and go back to the video. Not to the video, but to the desktop. And if you have landed here just through YouTube searches or whatever, be sure, and you like this kind of content, you know, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I do this every weeknight at 9:30, right before BrandonCoin stream. I think it's fun. I think it's cool that we, what I was saying last night on the video that got cut off because I didn't have my mic on, and I actually moved things around so now I can see, you know, like levels in front of me now, so I know that my mic is actually working. Before I had it like off over here to the side, and I just, you know, as I'm talking to the camera, I didn't see it, but now I can actually see it while I'm actually talking to the camera. So it works out pretty well. But good grief, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh, what I was saying about this being fun. Okay, so, you know, basically right now, you know, mining sucks. Okay, profits are down a lot. Crypto sucks. Everything is just blah, you know, right? But this is a time that it's good for learning. It's time for, you know, cleaning the rigs. It's time to reassess things, kind of take a breather, you know, and I think that learning is a big part of crypto, because, you know, if you're not able to, crypto adoption, because if you're not able to talk to someone that doesn't know anything about crypto, and you're not able to talk about it in a way that you can make them kind of understand, you know, without all the cliche stuff that you normally say, you know, about being your own bank and all that stuff. I actually tweeted about this because it's important to think, like, there are, you know, look, the people watching this video probably want to be our own bank, right? We want to cut that middleman out, but we realize that that's a responsibility. And I know I'm rambling here, but let me just get this out. We know that that's a huge responsibility, but we're willing to take on that responsibility, right? But there are people out there that, like I was talking to a friend of mine, and I explained to him, I was like, you know, there are some inherent problems with crypto in general, because the general person, if they try to send, you know, money to someone, or send Bitcoin, for example, to someone, and they get the wrong address, or they get, you know, a character wrong or something like that, then they can lose that money. They can lose that Bitcoin, right? And then there's no one that you can talk to about it to get it back. And he was like, well, that sucks. Why would you always want to have someone to go to, right? So you got to be able to actually communicate and make people understand that. But that's another roadblock to adoption. But anyway, there are a lot of roadblocks, right? Brought up a couple tonight. All right, so back to what we were actually working on. All right, so subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter. I'm super famous over here. I've got 111 followers, which I think according to BrandonCoin that makes me famous. I'm not sure. I think it was over 100. Might be over 200, but whatever. So I say some pretty profound stuff over here sometimes. Sometimes funny stuff, whatever. So it's kind of cool. I try to tweet something, you know, it's normally very random and just like as I'm thinking about it throughout the day, because I'm literally thinking about crypto like all day, every day. So, all right, so let's head over. All right, so a question that I asked earlier on is that, yeah, see, there you go, Shubi. You know, losing ETH trying to send it to an ETC account, and Ethereum's really bad about it because all the addresses look the same, right? So, you know, some of them you can kind of tell. What I do is I'll take like the first 4 characters and the last 4 characters and verify them on both ends, you know, to make sure that what I have copied, because I'm all about copying and pasting. I would never type something in like that, type in a, you know, a receiving address or a sending address or anything like that. But I always just verify the last few characters, and I might pick out a few, you know, in the middle there just to make sure that what I copied is what actually ended up, you know, in the other block, so I can send it to the right person or whatever. So yeah, you can, you know, it's part of the problems. And then who can you contact? You can't contact Vitalik, right? He's not going to help you with that. So there's no central authority. So yes, it is kind of a roadblock to adoption whenever you tell people, whenever you're talking about this and you tell people that little scenario right there, it's going to turn them off, because they're used to going down to the bank and going, yo, I transferred this money to this one account. It's not the right account. I need to, you know, retract that, get it back, and send it to the right account. You know, and in crypto, that's not going to happen. You know. So anyway, just one of those things. All right, I'm getting totally derailed here. Let's get back to what we were talking about. And I had asked why you guys thought that if you go to coins here on what to mine and you look for SnowGem. Now I know that it used to be on here, right? Because it would show up on the GPU. Whenever you clicked on GPU, sometimes it would show up as one of the more profitable coins. And guess what? It doesn't anymore. Well, no one's chiming in as to why that's the case, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. It's because that algorithm 1445 has been taken over by ASICs. So if you click on the ASIC tab, you will see, let me get one of these cams out of the way here. You will see right here Equihash. And that is including a lot of different algorithms, but one that's not including is Aeon, right? So if you go to, let's see where I'm at. Yeah, right here's Equihash. So if you go back to GPU and you go, right here is Aeon, right? Which is an Equihash algorithm. It's 2109. And I think there's another one on here that might be, I don't remember for sure. So that's why, but that's why it doesn't show up. And it doesn't show up in here either, even though, so it must not be profitable like at all on ASICs right now. It's the only thing I can think of, but it does not show up no matter what. But you can see some familiar things like Monocoin, I mean Verge, Strax, I mean all this stuff like Lyra 2, Rev 2, all this stuff is now on the ASICs tabs in what to mine. You guys might have already known this. I didn't, because I don't, at first I was going to what to mine a lot, and then I realized that it was kind of silly, because like if you're not selling the coins right away, it's really not that beneficial, you know. And I mean, I think in one of my earlier videos I described a scenario where if you're looking at this and you're noticing, like if you want to do something for profit, right? If you want to hop on something good, if you go down here to the bottom and you kind of like document either in your brain or on a piece of paper, like, hey, this is the list, right? This is the order that they're in. And then you see over time, like you check it every day or a couple times every day, and you see over time that one is moving up in the profitability, right? Then maybe it's time to get on that coin if you're going to mine it early and sell it, you know, whenever. So right now everything is spec mining, everything is just down and brutal and all that stuff. So you know, I don't know. I mean, it's good. It's a good reference, but you know, at this point, you need to investigate the coins. This is not financial advice or anything like that, of course. But you know, you got to kind of do some research and investigate the coins that you're interested in, the projects that you think are going to be good in a couple of years, right? So, or next year. Anyway, golly, I'm totally rambling, and I'm not even drinking or nothing. I just, I don't know. I was kind of excited today for the show and everything. So, all right, let's get back on track here. So this is the document that, or this is all the information that I documented, and it, you know, I did say that I started the wallet. It was broke. The 1.0 or the 1.4.0. I'm sorry. What was it? 1.0.4, I think, was actually broke, and it would not start all the way. So I downloaded the latest one, and it was 1.0.4a, right? So all they did was they must have realized, like, hey, something is really jacked up and it's not communicating with the other nodes, or something was wrong with it. So they got a cool wallet. I like it, you know. I think it has the capability of having a bunch of different coins in here, or not a bunch, but like 7 or something like that. And it's got a built-in miner. No, it's got a built-in masternode thing. Yeah, actually I guess it does have the built-in miner, or maybe it just takes you out to where the site is. So they have their own miner too, which is kind of cool. It's called SnowMine. I think they have it for Linux and everything, Windows and everything. So anyway, kind of neat. Like I said before, they do have master nodes. So it takes 10,000 XSG to start a master node, and that costs about $350 right now, something like that, $330. What I like, this is kind of cool about their wallet too. I really like that feature of having the actual, you know, price up here too in US dollars. You know, kind of neat. I don't know. I kind of like their wallet. It's sort of impressive to me. But this is where I got my address from right here, receiving address. So let me go ahead and shut that down. I could show you the miner too, but we're kind of running low on time here, so we got to get done. You did not spend your whole retirement on SnowGem. All right, so we're gonna, like I was saying, I want to use the GMINER because I think it's kind of cool. It's a different, you know, it's different than the normal EWBF, right? So we'll go over to, well, let me go back to the documentation here. All right, let me slow down. All right, so here's the documentation. This is pretty much everything that you need. Again, these grayed out values here are not necessarily, you know, needed. Pretty much everything else is, depending on what you're going to, you know, which hardware you're going to use, whether it's AMD or NVIDIA. We're going to be using Simple Mining and NVIDIA first, anyway. So let me grab the pool here, because we know we're going to need that like right quick. So I'm just copying that. And then we'll go over here to group config, and we're going to add a group, and then we're going to go to GMINER, which I think this is kind of a new miner that they recently added to Simple Mining. Like I was saying earlier, Not Your Normal Miner actually did a video on it, comparing it to EWBF. All right, so what are we doing? XSG, and then this is a Equihash 1445, and then we're going to use NVIDIA GPUs, and it's for YouTube. So we'll do it like that. All right, now this one, I believe, now I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that this must be like a fork of EWBF, maybe, I don't know, because it's got very similar structure to the miner options, but I believe that this one requires the algo to be 1445 like it is here, and then it also requires the personalization string, which is that 8-character identifier for the algorithm that you're mining. So in this one, by default, it's Bitcoin Gold, I guess, and then the port. So I'm sorry, not the port. It looks like that is the, oh, okay, so that is the actual personalization code for Bitcoin Gold. All right, so I already got all this information. It's over here, and you can see that. Let me go. What I need to do here. I don't know if I can grab it like this. maybe it will let me do this. We will see. Alright, looks like it worked. I'll zoom up on this in a moment, but you got the algo 1445_5, the personalization string, which is SngemPoW, proof of work, and it's always going to be an 8-character designation for the particular coin that you're mining, right? So it's an algorithm specifies the algorithm, right? Equihash 1445, and then the personalization code kind of determines which coin on that algorithm you want to mine. Now, the Aeon pool and all that stuff, it only requires algo, I believe, and Aeon, if I'm not mistaken. So you only have to type in Aeon right there, and you don't even need the personalization string. But that could just be because of the pool. I'm not 100% sure on that. So let's go over here. We already got the server and the port number. I believe all that's right. So all I have to add is the wallet name, or the receiving address. So let's grab that. I don't know why my thing does that. I'm going to paste that in there, and I will put this in the description, and we get to put it in a worker name here. I don't know what that PEC is. I would need to look that up. I don't know what this particular argument right here is. I would have to look that up. I can do that later. I'm going to leave it in there for now and see if it causes any problems. But let me zoom up on this, show you what we got so far. So we got our address. I'm just checking like spaces and stuff like that, make sure that we didn't mess anything up as we were pasting. And there's that personalization code for SnowGem. The algorithm is Equihash 1445, so on and so forth. So I think that at this point we are good to go. So I'm going to add group, and then we're going to go back to rig list, and we're going to choose our NVIDIA rig here, group config, and we're going to choose XSG, Equihash 1445, the group that we just created. That was the name of it. And we're just going to do a reload, because I did try this miner actually earlier today, not on this algorithm. I was actually, you can see right here what I was doing. If you look right there, that's what I was mining earlier, and I got it, working with GMINER. So a little bit of Aeon mining going on there. So we're going to click save there, and then what you should see is you should see the rig reboot back here. I'll bring up the console here just to make it super simple. It should reboot at some point, or not reboot, but reload the miner. Still getting all those Aeon shares in there. So while we wait, there we go, it's rebooting now. What do you guys think? Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk about ZK snarks and all that stuff. So this is a privacy coin, basically. Uses zero knowledge, succinct, non-interactive argument of knowledge. That's what it means. ZK snarks. All right. Oh no, miner crashed. Miner ended or crashed. Unrecognized option. I wonder, you know what? Okay. We have a problem. Normally we don't, but this is going to be cool. We got a minute to troubleshoot this. Let me see here. Maybe we got something wrong. Well, clearly we did. algo 1445. That's good. That's the right. Just space in there. Oh, why did it do EU? I think it was supposed to be US one, right? Now I wonder if that changes the go to Zhash up here. Give me just a second. I know it's 10 o'clock. We got to get over to BrandonCoin stream, but I wanted to make sure that this was working. 1059 US. So it probably should have worked anyway with that, so that's probably not the problem. User, got that. Alright, got that. Let's go ahead and take out that in. I don't know where that came from, that PRC, PER, I mean. Oh, you know what? That was probably something left over because it's personalization string. So it's something that whenever I copied it, it just jacked it up. Okay, so we took out that pers. We probably should have done that to begin with because, I mean, clearly if you don't know what something is or it looks funny, and that did look funny to me. I was like, what is it? Why is this on the end of there? But I knew in my mind, I was like, you know, I copied that from somewhere, you know, so I was thinking that it was going to be good. But no, it's not. So that was probably just left over whenever I was doing the copying and pasting between the different things. So it did reboot and it's still crashing? Uh-oh. Unknown, unrecognized option, server, port. Maybe it's the dot rig name on there. So let me go over there. Let me take that off. No, this is interesting. I thought we were gonna zip right through this because I just used it earlier on Aeon, so I didn't think we were gonna have any problem at all. So let me take off. Now, I did use this for the Aeon one, but so I'm just taking off the rig name, which is on the end of the username, the receiving address. Verify that to JYST. Alright. Well, this is interesting. Alright, so it's rebooting again. I'm gonna go over here real quick and yep, see JYST right here, S1. Alright, so the address is probably right. Okay. I'm gonna reboot it just for the heck of it. Actually reboot the rig. I know we have to get over to Brandon's stream, but I really want to get this working before we head over there. Shoot. Well, nonetheless, I'll go ahead and end it, and what I'll do is I'll paste it in the description like I normally do if I do figure out what the problem was, and I'll put it in there. I've done that before where we just ran out of time and it was like a little problem, so I did a lot of talking this time, and I'm sorry about that. I got on a rant. I was really confident because I had just done it like right before the stream, you know, with Aeon, that we were not going to have any problems. So it might be a pool thing. It might be, that's pretty much the only thing it can be is a pool. There's something that the pool doesn't like about it. I think everything else is good. So I'll put it in there. I wonder, it could it be overclocks? Because I've got it set to the Raven. I'll have to troubleshoot it. I will let y'all know in the description what I did to fix it if I do get it fixed. And thanks for stopping by. I'm going to do this again tomorrow, of course. Same time, same channel and all that stuff. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I'll see y'all next